You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. There are 3 black fathers in 3 different cities were murdered by police over the course of a week. Cameron Lamb of Kansas City, Missouri, was killed on December 2nd. Michael Dean of Temple, Texas, was killed on December 3rd. Demetrius Williams, Marshall, Texas, was killed on December 5th. Joining us now is Lee Merritt. The families hired him in these 3 cases. And so, Lee, you tweeted about this, saying it hasn't got much media attention. What's the issue for you?
Well, I think it's become far too normal, and we need sort of an international perspective to appreciate how outrageous 3 black fathers being killed in a 1 week time span is. We've come to accept that 1,100 people are killed a year on average by law enforcement. That's more than the next 10 countries combined. We have a brutal police culture that has become far too status quo. And I think we as a responsibility, and I appreciate you, Roland, and really the black media, they picked up on it, but the national media, even local media, has kind of glossed over it like it's not a big deal.
And in these particular cases here, were they controversial shootings?
Yeah, and you see me standing out in the middle of nowhere. I'm somewhere in East Texas, just outside of Temple, Texas, where we just left a meeting. Michael Dean, on his daughter's 6th birthday, he went out to buy her a birthday cake, and he never came home. Typically, in these cases, if there is some sort of justification, even if it's not an actual justification, if there's a narrative that they can offer, they will. In the murder of Michael Dean, they offered absolutely no explanation. You have a 26-year-old man who went out to get a birthday cake and ended up with a bullet in his head. We don't know if it was a traffic stop. We don't know if it was just a random targeting. I do know this, Roland, and you know this too. If they had an excuse, if they had a justification, if they had a gun or some sort of tussle, they would have said that by now. They've said absolutely nothing to this family. A week later, the family just knows their son was shot in the head by a police officer, and they're expected to just to accept that until, guess who? The Texas Marshals complete their investigation. The Texas Rangers complete their investigation and make a recommendation to the district attorney's office. And we just learned that the Texas Rangers are not necessarily in favor of injustice in the Botham Jean case.
Wow. Well, that is certainly sad in the case of that. Of course, the families have hired you to be involved in that, and so we certainly will follow this. Keep us updated with what's the case in all 3 of these cases.
Brother, I appreciate you covering it, and I would love to tell you about the other cases. The problem is, I know you're on limited time, and the bodies just keep piling up.
Man, that is what is certainly sad. Well, Lee Merritt, we appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, folks, as the marijuana momentum continues, our folks at marijuanastock.org have already reached more than half of their funding goal for the hemp CBD investment. So if you want to take advantage, you better get in now. Of course, hemp is a cousin to marijuana with a much higher concentration of CBD, which means hemp gives you all the medical benefits of marijuana, but it won't get you high. Scott is sad. Now, folks, if you don't know, hemp farming is now legal in the U.S., creating one of the largest commodities worldwide. It's an investment opportunity for you and the full folks at 420 Real Estate have a simple business model. They buy land that supports hemp CBD grow operations and lease it to licensed high-paying tenants, people like Chris. They are hemp CBD landlords, and you can get in on the action. Now, all you got to do is invest as little as $200. Monique, you got that. In the crowdfunding campaign, up to $10,000. Amisha, some of that Sinclair money. To invest, go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org. Get in the game and get in the game now. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video.